The paradiddle is a fundamental and incredibly useful rudiment, but many drummers struggle to play it fast, smooth, and with control. So in today's video, I'm going to show you 5 essential exercises to help you build your paradiddle speed, control, and flow so that you can apply paradiddles to your beats, fills, and solos. Let's dive in. Thanks to Al Williams 1997 for requesting this video. For our first exercise, we're going to take the paradiddle and apply the control strokes to streamline the motion. This is key for developing speed and dynamics while still staying relaxed. The sticking for a paradiddle is right, left, right, left, right, left, left. And the control strokes for a paradiddle goes down, lift, tap, tap, down, lift, tap, tap. If you want a deeper dive on the control strokes, you can check out my video here on that. So let's break this down. First, the downstroke. Start at 90 degrees to the playing surface, play a downstroke with the wrist, and after the stroke, keep your stick in the low position about 1 to 2 inches off the drum. Next is our lift stroke with the left hand. So here we're going to tap the drum and lift the stick back up to that 90 degrees or high position. Now we're going to play 2 tap strokes with the right hand in the low position, keeping the stick height at 1 to 2 inches off the drum for these strokes. Now let's do the left side. Play a downstroke with the wrist, finishing in the low position. Play a lift stroke with the right hand, ending in the high position. And then play 2 tap strokes with the left hand, keeping those heights about 1 to 2 inches off the drum. This gives us a strong accent followed by 3 quiet ghost notes, adding dynamic contrast and helping the paradiddle groove. A common mistake is pre-lifting before the accents or ghost notes. This creates unnecessary movement and slows you down. So don't lift before you go down. Starting from the high or low position, you always want to move down first. This will streamline the motion and help massively when trying to build speed. You can use a mirror or film yourself to check that you're doing this correctly. So start slowly at 60 beats per minute playing quarter notes. Down, lift, tap, tap, down, lift, tap, tap. Work on this until it feels comfortable. Make sure you're locking in with the click and not pre-lifting. Once this is feeling natural, gradually increase the tempo. In this exercise, we'll use the control stroke framework with the Moeller motion, a technique developed by Sanford Moeller and passed down by drummers like Jim Chapin and Jojo Mayer. We're going to break the Moeller motion down into 4 movements. Number 1, elbow out. From our starting position, move your elbow gently outward while keeping the rest of your arm relaxed. You can reset by bringing the elbow back to the starting position. Next, lift the wrist. Keep the stick pointing downward and lift from the wrist joint. So here we're thinking of lifting up from the wrist joint, not the actual wrist itself. Number 3, bring the elbow back in. Next, we're going to bring the elbow back in while slowly straightening the wrist. Straighten the wrist so it's in line with the forearm. Later, we're going to extend a little past this point when we speed up the motion. And lastly, the downstroke. Strike down with the arm and the wrist, keeping your wrist super relaxed and letting the motion flow naturally. Practice these motions slowly until they feel smooth and natural. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's apply the Moeller to our paradiddle. First, play a Moeller downstroke with the right hand. Second, wind up a Moeller stroke and tap with the left hand on your way up. This is a Moeller lift, and we get a note for free while winding up for the next left hand downstroke. Now just play 2 taps with the right hand while the left hand is winding up. And then we're onto the left side. Left hand will play a Moeller downstroke. Right hand will play a Moeller lift stroke. And then we play 2 taps with the left hand and we're back to our starting position. Start slowly, focusing on control and accuracy. As this becomes more comfortable, you can gradually play it in a continuous motion. At faster tempos, we can just let the stick bounce and use the rebound from the downstroke to maintain a smooth motion. This can take some time to get used to, so be patient and the results will come. Exercise 3, we're going to focus on the dynamics of the paradiddle, keeping the accents high and the ghost notes low. A common mistake is to play paradiddles with all the strokes at the same height. This can not only make it sound clunky and off time, but it also requires extra energy, which makes those faster tempos very difficult. So keep the accents from that 90-degree position and the taps 1 inch off the drum. Once your control strokes and Moeller paradiddles are feeling comfortable, practice the paradiddles focusing on strong accents and very quiet ghost notes. practicing this on a snare is great for your dynamic control. This creates a clearer, cleaner sound and frees you up to play faster paradiddles with dynamic contrast in your grooves and fills. Now we're going to have a look at some ways to invert the paradiddle. So if we take our standard paradiddle, which goes right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, and move the double to the middle of the paradiddle, we get right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left. The control strokes for this is down, tap, lift, tap. This is a great exercise for practicing playing 2 ghost notes right before a backbeat accent. For the second inversion, we're going to move the double to the start of the paradiddle, so we get right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left. The control strokes for this are the same here. Down, tap, lift, tap, down, tap, lift, tap. This variation works on playing a downstroke and immediately playing a tap ghost note with the same hand right after. This is also another useful skill when playing an accent followed by a ghost note in your backbeats. For the final inversion, we'll play the double at the end of the paradiddle, right as the hands cross over. So we get right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right. The control strokes here are a little bit different. We have down, tap, tap, lift, down, tap, tap, lift. This is the toughest one as the lift stroke happens right before the next downstroke. Here's where the Moeller technique is incredibly helpful. We lift on the way up and play a downstroke immediately. This is also referred to sometimes as a pull-out accent, and this is very useful for our grooves, like the shuffle, where you have a ghost note really close to the accent or backbeat. Practice these all slowly with the metronome, focusing on control and dynamics, and then gradually increase the speed. Just quickly, if you're looking to take your drumming to the next level, I offer one-on-one online coaching. If you're interested in that, just hit the link in the description and I'll be in touch. Once the technique of your paradiddles is feeling solid, let's have a look at some ways to apply them to the kit. First, let's have a look at a groove setting using the basic paradiddle. Play paradiddles with your right hand on the hi-hat and left hand on the snare. The left hand accent will become a rim shot, and you can add the kick to beats 1 and 3 to make it into a groove. Keep your accents nice and strong and the ghost notes quiet to create contrast and dynamics in your groove. Then you can experiment with varying the kick rhythm to create more paradiddle groove patterns. You can also apply your inverted paradiddles to create grooves too. Lastly, let's explore how to apply paradiddles around the kit in your fills and solos. Start by keeping all the ghost notes on the snare, and then moving the accents around the drums. You can use snare, tom, hi-hats, cymbals, whatever sounds musical. Play slowly at first, focusing on clean execution, dynamics, and control. Make sure that your accents are popping and your ghost notes are staying quiet and adding texture. Once that feels comfortable, gradually increase the tempo and start experimenting with different combinations and patterns. You can mix in your inverted paradiddles, add in the bass drum, or combine in your own fills and ideas to integrate these paradiddle phrases into your playing. So practice these exercises to improve your speed, control, and fluidity with your paradiddles. Start slowly, focusing on the movements, and then apply them around the kit and see what ideas you can come up with. And if you're struggling with your double stroke technique, then check out this video here on how to do that.